Evolution in the mix. In the beginning, there was only fire and the violent birth of a world. A hellish landscape cooled, forging the first solid ground. Water, the solvent of life, arrived in a celestial storm. Deep beneath the waves, the first chemical whispers began to stir. In the dark, a dance of atoms created the first code. Solitary and simple, the first cells claimed the vast oceans. Life turned upward, learning to bottle the energy of the sun. Microscopic architects released the breath of the future. Complexity emerged. The cell became a kingdom with a heart of logic. The many became one, and life found its form. Then, an explosion of form. Nature experimented with every shape imaginable. Life found its hunger, and for the first time, its sight. The vertebrate lineage began as a simple, pulsing rhythm in the deep. The bridge between two worlds was built on fins that dared to breathe. The move to land changed the destiny of Earth forever. Towering giants of the plant world claimed the shore, fueling the fires of the future. In an atmosphere rich with oxygen, life grew in scale and ambition. Resilience took on a new skin as life learned to leave the water behind. But life faced its greatest trial, a world pushed to the brink of total silence. From the ashes, survivors emerged, carrying the future in their bones. A new lineage took hold, designed for speed and biological dominance. The Earth itself was in motion, redrawing the map of life as the great supercontinent fractured. A world of warmth and abundance. The Mesozoic became a cradle for nature's most ambitious designs. The heavens were claimed by leather and bone, as life looked down upon the world from above. The oceans remained a realm of giants, where biology mastered the art of the aquatic hunt. The age of giants had arrived. Life reached for the sky, testing the limits of scale and gravity. An arms race of bone and instinct. Survival was a matter of defense and devastating power. The world burst into color. Flowers evolved, transforming the landscape and the insects that served them. Complexity flourished in 1,000 different shapes as great herds moved in rhythm with the seasons. Nature found its ultimate predator, a masterpiece of scale and lethal instinct. End arrived from the heavens, a messenger of fire that would rewrite the code of life. The slate was wiped clean. In a single heartbeat, the giants were erased, the forests burned, and for a time, it seemed the story of Earth might end in shadow. The era of ash had begun. A cold, dark world waited for its next chapter. In the ruins of the old world, our ancestors found their opportunity. Small, but resilient, life is a persistent force. As the skies cleared, the recovery began. A world without giants was a world of new possibilities. Mammals took the stage. As the world cooled, life grew in scale and ambition once more.
Intelligence began with the bond. We learned to see ourselves in others.
The Earth transformed. A new arena was set for the greatest change yet. On the plains of Africa, we stood tall, changing our perspective on the world forever. With our hands freed from the earth, they became the instruments of our intent. The first tool was a gift of nature, found and put to work. We began to shape the world to our will. The era of technology had begun. Cooperation became our greatest weapon, turning the tribe into a single, lethal mind. Fire was a terrifying force of nature, until we dared to watch and wait. We tamed the sun. The hearth became our shield and our first true home. Cooking unlocked a flood of energy, fueling the rapid expansion of the human mind. Words became our new landscape, allowing us to share dreams and coordinate a future. Beyond survival, we began to seek meaning. Culture was born in the dirt.
Words became our new landscape, allowing us to share dreams and coordinate our future.
We began to leave our mark, telling stories that would outlast our own lives. Beyond survival, we sought connection to something larger than ourselves. Culture was born in the dance. We mastered the elements, turning the skins of the wild into our own second skin. We learned to abstract the world, creating the first maps of our shared reality. The wanderers left their cradle, following the horizon into the unknown. We conquered the water, moving from island to island across the rising seas. Even the ice could not stop us. We crossed the roof of the world to find new lands. We took on giants, using coordination and strategy to feed the tribe. As the world warmed, a new stage was set for the greatest change in our history. We stopped wandering. For the first time, we built for permanence. The soil became our partner. We planted the seeds of our future. The wild was tamed. We harnessed the strength of others to build our world. Our homes became our sanctuary, rooted in the land we cultivated. Ideas and goods began to flow, connecting distant villages in a growing web. In the heart of the city, we built monuments to reach the gods. We built for eternity, organizing thousands into a single machine of construction. The wheel turned, accelerating our movement and the flow of our ideas. Knowledge was captured in clay, a permanent record of our shared history. Engineering became the spine of a unified world, bringing the mountains to the city. In Greece, we turned our focus inward, seeking to understand the laws of reason and the soul. Trade routes connected distant minds, exchanging ideas as much as goods across the vastness of the world. Knowledge was gathered and protected, a fragile beacon of light in the ancient world. In the silence of the monastery, the written word survived the darkness of the ages. Our aspirations reached for the heavens, expressed in a symphony of stone and light. The printing press ignited a fire of literacy that could not be extinguished. Rebirth. We turned our gaze back to the human form and the mechanics of the world. We realized for the first time that we were not the center of all things, but part of a vast cosmos. We learned to see the hidden structure of light itself, the final key to unlocking the physics of the stars. The world was mapped and measured as we brought the entire globe into our view. Iron became steel, a stronger foundation for the cities of the future. Iron and coal replaced muscle and bone. The pace of life accelerated beyond the natural world. Then, we learned to bottle lightning, ending the reign of night forever. We broke the bonds of the earth, taking our first tentative steps into the sky. The airwaves became alive with voices, shrinking the distance between every soul on earth. A chance discovery gave us the first shield against the invisible enemies of life. We unlocked the power at the heart of matter itself, a double-edged sword of unimaginable force. We began to read the very blueprint of life, the code that defines every living thing. Logic was compressed onto a single chip, the atomic seed of the digital revolution. The moon became a destination, a testament to what we could achieve when we looked upward. A global nervous system was forming, connecting every mind on the planet. The world compressed into our pockets. Information was no longer a destination, but a constant companion. Connection became the defining trait of our age, a planet-wide brain beginning to wake. Machines stopped following rules and started to see. They began to learn. Language, the the core of human identity, was mastered by the ghost in the machine. By 2026, AI became the ultimate healer, solving the riddles of our own biology. Intelligence was turned outward to mend the world we had broken. Our cities became living ecosystems, managed by a quiet, planetary intelligence. The moon became our first true stepping stone as we extended our reach to the stars. In 2026, we became something more, a harmony of biology and intelligence. By Michelangelo TV.